welcome back. Santa Claus has many helpers put on the red suit at Christmas time, but this Santa actually makes magic happen.
My name is Mike Ching, and I'm a career changer. The magic business and the Santa business actually started when I was about 6 years old. I wanted to be a magician, and I loved Christmas, loved Santa Claus. That was how I got started. I got a little, suit rented from Booth Park, and I used cotton balls, and I was Santa. I was 6 years old. I've been doing magic since I was 6 years old, and I love doing magic. Most people, they do it as a phase, but I knew I really wanted to do magic. It's just that, that kind of stuff doesn't come to you unless you're, I guess you really know your marketing. And so I went through everything. I went back and forth to magic, got taught by Jimmy Yoshida. And out of college, I did radio with Cam Fong. Cam Fong was the original Chin Ho on 5-0. He was a really, really nice guy. He was retired and just very pleasant to work with. Played old-time music like Aku. About the same time, I got into real estate because my dad said, "You know how to talk, why don't you go into real estate?" I didn't know anything about real estate. I was a terrible salesman. But it taught me marketing. Every Tuesday, they'd sit you down and they'd teach you how to call people or how to approach people or what was effective in terms of marketing. And one of the things people don't realize about magic shows is that they take an awful lot of time to set up. They're 45 minutes on stage, but every show takes about 6 hours of work. The hardest thing for me was actually training these guys. These are white Java doves, and they helped me with my shows. And it took me a long time to get them to do this. I am really a small business. I'm usually just one man unless I have bigger shows and people help me out. But back in the 80s, I needed a lot of help because every Christmas season we had a huge booking. It started in October and it went through January because every office had to have an office party, and every office tried to top everybody else's office party. They were really big, expensive affairs. All the spouses were invited. They had to have the magic show. Sometimes we'd book as many as 2 shows in one night, and we'd have to really scramble. In the late 80s, something changed. Now, the offices say that they were beginning to get hit with harassment suits because supposedly people got drunk and other people complained. There were lawsuits. So the Christmas parties began to trail off at that point. And while some offices still had them, it wasn't the onslaught we had before. Anyway, the social scene was changing. Not as many all-adult functions. We did have a bump in family functions, and we'd always done Santa Claus, and we decided that we would just do the best Santa we could, and that began to pick up part of the slack to make up for the fact that our Christmas season was not as strong as it used to be, and it's just something that we really enjoyed. Over the years, we've discovered a few Santa secrets to enhance Santa's performance, and these are some of the items that we use. This makes Santa look very kindly and wise. If you're speaking in the jolly lower registers, your voice will hurt, so you'll need these. This is Christmas music. These rings are used because, of course, Santa's a merry guy, and it doesn't hurt to have bling. These are because Santa's outfit takes a lot of abuse over the years, and you might need to do a last-minute repair with these safety pins. And this is if Santa wants his eyes to be totally white. Yeah, let me just say, if you want to make sure Santa will show up and that he'll be clean and that his breath smell nice and treat everybody with respect, I think that's a good reason to hire a professional Santa.
Well, that feels much better now. Oh, for all you career changers out there, Merry Christmas and have a prosperous New Year.